get into maximum retroversion of the pelvis. We're going to maintain a flat lumbar, flat thoracic, chin tucked in, crown and head up, eyes looking down at the floor to put the dura mater under tension. With the contralateral hand, we're going to go ahead and place it over the ear to put the pectoral fascia under tension. Then hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Steven here with Team Euphoric, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to be your own therapist by demonstrating the top 5 myofascial stretching exercises for posture correction, and more specifically, I'm going to be teaching you how to correct a rotated pelvis. Before I get on with the exercises, I first want to do a quick recap of what exactly a rotated pelvis is and why exactly you should care. A rotated pelvis, as the name implies, is when your pelvis is rotated toward one side, and when this happens, you're going to create an imbalance between the contralateral pelvic rotators and the ipsilateral pelvic rotators, and if you don't address it, it can lead to things like low back pain, hip pain, knee pain, ankle pain, and foot pain. So you would want to address it immediately. And one of the ways in which we could address it would be to do some strengthening exercises for the contralateral pelvic rotators on the side that we are rotated toward. We ended up doing those a couple days ago, and I'm going to include a link right up over here to the top 5 strengthening exercises for posture correction to correct a rotated pelvis. And then once you've done those exercises, a terrific complement to those exercises would be to do some myofascial stretching exercises for the ipsilateral pelvic rotators. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing for you guys today. So without further ado, here are the top 5 myofascial stretching exercises for posture correction to correct a rotated pelvis. The first myofascial stretching exercise for posture correction to correct a rotated pelvis is going to be for the external oblique muscle. For the external oblique stretch, we're going to get into a tall kneeling position. And for this exercise, what we want to do is we want to go into slight lordosis of the lumbar spine. So we're going to get a little bit of an arch. Then from here, we want to do a contralateral side bend of the spine. So we're going to bend away from the side that we're stretching, and then ipsilateral rotation of the spine by rotating toward the side that we're stretching. With the contralateral hand, we're going to go ahead and grab a hold of our Achilles and just use that for support. Then at the cervical spine, we want to mimic what we did at the lumbar and thoracic spine. So we're going to go into contralateral side bend by bending away from the side that we're stretching, ipsilateral rotation by rotating toward the side that we're stretching, and then with the ipsilateral hand, what we're going to do is we are going to place the hand just over the ear to put the pectoral fascia under tension. And this is the myofascial stretching exercise for the external oblique muscle. The second myofascial stretching exercise for posture correction to correct a rotated pelvis is going to be for the Tensor fascial Latae muscle, and ideally you would want to perform this up against the wall so you could use your hand for support, but I'm going to be doing it up against the glute hand raise. For this exercise, we want to take the ipsilateral leg, so the leg of the side that we're stretching, and we're going to project it posteriorly. We're going to do that by going into extension of the femur. Then, with the contralateral leg, so the leg opposite to the side that we're stretching, we want that leg forward, and all of our weight is going to be on the forward leg. With the contralateral hand, that hand is going to be up against the wall for support. Then, we want to go into external rotation of the pelvis, internal rotation of the femur. At the ankle, we want to go into pseudo-inversion. We're going to go into dorsiflexion of ankle by pointing the toes toward our head, inversion of ankle by pointing the sole of our foot in toward the midline. Then at the pelvis, we want to go into retroversion of pelvis, flat lumbar spine, flat thoracic, our chin is tucked in, crown and head up, eyes looking down at the floor to put the dura mater under tension with the ipsilateral arm, maximum extension of elbow and wrist, maximum external rotation of shoulders, flex the shoulder to level coronal plane, so bicep in line with the ear. We're dragging the heel down toward the ground, palm up toward the sky, and this is the myofascial stretching exercise for the Tensor fascial Latae muscle. Next, the third myofascial stretching exercise for posture correction to correct a rotated pelvis is going to be for the gluteus medius muscle, and specifically we're going to be targeting the anterior fibers. For it, we're going to go ahead and get into a seated position. We want to press the ischial tuberosities down into the ground. With the contralateral leg, so the leg opposite to the side that we're stretching, we're going to project it forward, so we're going into maximum extension of knee, dorsiflexion of ankle, inversion of ankle, and we want to go into lateroversion of the pelvis. We're going to do that by dragging the ischial tuberosities posteriorly. Then, from here, what we want to do is with the ipsilateral leg, so the leg of the side that we're stretching, we're going to flex the hip and knee and place it right next to the knee opposite of the side that we're stretching. Then from here, what we're going to do is go into retroversion of pelvis. We got flat lumbar spine, flat thoracic, our chin is tucked in, crown of the head is up, eyes are looking down at the floor to put the dura mater under tension. Then with the arms, with the contralateral arm, we are going to induce an adduction by driving the knee across, and with the ipsilateral arm, we're going to project it forward. We got maximum extension of elbow and wrist, maximum maximum external rotation of shoulder, project the palm forward, pull the knee across, go into dorsiflexion of ankle, eversion of ankle, and this is the myofascial stretching exercise for the gluteus medius muscle, specifically the anterior fibers. Next, the fourth myofascial stretching exercise for posture correction to correct a rotated pelvis is going to be for the gluteus minimus muscle. For the gluteus minimus stretch, ideally you would want to do this on solid ground, but if you have tight hips like I have, we can use a little bit of a prop. So we're going to use a yoga block. I'm going to go ahead and sit on the yoga block. Then, with the contralateral leg, so the leg opposite to the side that we're stretching, we're going to project that leg out to the side. We want the knee flexed to 90 degrees. And then with the ipsilateral leg, so the leg of the side that we're stretching, we want to project the knee forward. Once again, the knee is going to be at 90 degrees. And then for this exercise right over here, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and maintain retroversion of the pelvis, flat lumbar spine, flat thoracic, our chin is tucked in, crown of the head is up, eyes are looking down at the floor to put the dura mater under tension with the arms, maximum extension of elbow and wrist, maximum external rotation of shoulders, project the palms forward, project the crown of the head up, and then with this one, we want to prioritize the pushing of the ischial tuberosities down over the pushing of the knee down, and this is the myofascial stretching exercise for the gluteus minimus muscle, specifically the anterior fibers. And then last, the fifth and final myofascial stretching exercise for posture correction to correct a rotated pelvis is going to be for the transversospinalis group. For this exercise right over here, we're going to get into a half kneeling position. Whatever knee is on the floor, that is going to be the side of the transversospinalis group that we are stretching. Then, from here, we want to get into maximum retroversion of the pelvis. We're going to maintain a flat lumbar, flat thoracic, chin tucked in, crown of head up, eyes looking down at the floor to put the dura mater under tension. With the contralateral hand, we're going to go ahead and place it over the ear to put the pectoral fascia under tension. Then, we want to go into flexion of the trunk by hinging forward. We want to go into contralateral flexion by bending away from the side that we're stretching, ipsilateral rotation by rotating toward the side that we're stretching, and then with the ipsilateral hand, so the hand of the side we're stretching, we're going to project the palm forward. So we got maximum extension of elbow and wrist, maximum external rotation of shoulder, and then we're going to go on a downward diagonal. And this is the myofascial stretching exercise for the transversospinalis group. And there you have it. Those were the top 5 myofascial stretching exercises for posture correction to correct a rotated pelvis. If you have a rotated pelvis or if you have issues with regard to low back pain, hip pain, knee pain, ankle pain, or foot pain, go ahead and give those exercises a try. And if you have given them a try, go ahead and drop your comments down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys thought of the exercises. In terms of the sets and duration, what you want to do is whatever side you are rotated toward, you would want to do 3 sets of a 30-second hold for the ipsilateral rotators of the pelvis. And then on the side that you are rotated again, so let's say you're rotated to the right, on the opposite side, you would want to do 1 to 2 sets depending on the severity of the rotation. If you have a very, very severe pelvic rotation, then you would want to do a 3-to-1 ratio. So if you're rotated to the right, 3 sets of stretches on the right for every 1 stretch on the left. And then if you have a very, very mild rotation of the pelvis, then what you would do is 3 sets to the side you're rotated toward for every 2 sets that you are rotated against. And that's what you would want to do in terms of the actual stretching exercises. And then in a couple days, I'm going to be taking you through a third scenario. If you've done the stretches and you've done the strengthening and you're not seeing the benefits that you would like to see, a third problem that may arise is you may have nerve dysfunction for the muscles that are responsible for ipsilateral rotation of the pelvis. So what we would want to do is some ELDOA exercises for those muscles, and that's what we're going to be doing on Monday at 2 o'clock p.m. So be out on the lookout for that this Monday at 2 o'clock p.m. If you guys have any questions at all with regard to any of the exercises that you saw today, go ahead and drop your comments down in the comment section so I can help you guys out. But that's pretty much it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to smash that like button so I know to keep making these types of videos in the future. And if you're either new to the channel or haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, as I will be uploading new videos every single day. That's it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you again tomorrow.